Yep. Same.
I guess it's just it's utopian in endurance racing.
For a quick lap at the Nürburgring, you've probably experienced more in 7 minutes and 6 or 7 seconds than most people have experienced in all their life.
3 days a year, mayhem strikes the peaceful principality of Monaco. At 200 and 300 kilometers an hour, the mechanical monsters of Formula One thunder through the avenues, boulevards, slopes and tunnels of the town, within reach of a fascinated crowd, but once diverted from the banks, hotels, yachts and casinos by the heady perfume of motor oil, gasoline, and scorched rubber. Monaco is the land of racing, survival, a tradition, a unique acceptance.
Racing is important as well. Racing is life. It happened before or after. Just wait.
Here we go. It's all up to you now. Keep your calm, stay focused, and have a great race.
You're on mute, bro.
I was on mute. Did it again. I knew there was always something I forget. Welcome, everybody. 2026. Happy New Year. Hope you all had a safe and Merry Christmas and festive season. Back on the airwaves. Good to be back. Kind of disorganized again. Standard iRace ANZ Chat Show.
There goes that New Year's resolution already.
It's what we do. That's okay. That's all right. We're up and rolling. We've got some kind of agenda. kind of. We could easily go and say there's lots happening on in the background. There actually kind of is. We've actually got some people working on some stuff for us. But mate, Trent, we're back again. How are you?
Indeed. Yeah, good. I hope everyone had a good Christmas and New Year's.
They did have one.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back in the new year. Bigger and better than ever. Maybe. We will. We will.
Starting. Who knows?
Well, I think everyone's still in that new year mode. I don't think anyone really knows what they're doing. A lot of people still aren't back to work, or maybe they went back to work this week. For those lucky people who actually get time off over the New Year period.
Yeah.
But, it's good to be back having a chat, talking about things that matter or don't matter to certain people and matter to others. And, yeah, that's what we do. We come here and have a chat. And I think we ended the year pretty strongly with our final show.
I think we'll come back to that. But,
yeah.
Mate, you're going to hate me on this one. But it was somebody's birthday. Only
was it?
two? Was it 2 days? 3 days?
I don't know. If you can't even remember, I'm not going to remind you.
Come on. Fine. Do you know what? Screw you. I'll go check my messages.
It's Saturday, 3 days ago. It was my birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you very much.
I hope you had a really good day. Like a lot of people kind of just say it for the hell of it. But, yeah, man, I hope you do. Long time friendship and been mates for a long time. So it
was good. Spoilt by the wife and
you did
and daughter.
Taken out for dinner, given a rose, that kind of thing. Or?
Yes, taken out for dinner. That's for sure.
Where'd you go? Hungry Jack's or McDonald's?
Jets Leagues Club, actually.
Jets.
Who's Jets? Ipswich Jets Leagues Club.
Jets.
Yeah, the rugby league. You don't know what that is.
No, I do. I do. But who's the Jets?
They're a Queensland.
Oh,
Cup
so it's a
type
stake
team.
league.
Yeah, it's state league.
See, as if I'm going to know that then.
But they were actually in the running to take it's basically between the Dolphins and the Ipswich Jets to take the NRL position, and the Dolphins ended up getting it. So
okay. I believe we've got a West Australian team going in the NRL competition.
yeah, true.
Mal Meninga is coach.
I'll smell my finger. He's going to be the coach.
Good bloke to have as a coach, I think, to start off a new team.
He was head of the Queensland Legacy.
Credentials behind
Queensland
him,
Legacy, the Queensland State of Origin Legacy, or whatever they call them, 8 in a row, whatever it was. To be fair, I reckon I could have coached that team, but anyway.
Is that right?
The bloody...
What, how, on the Perth team, or...?
No, the Queensland team, to 8 straight.
Okay.
The talent that they had in that team was just phenomenal, so... No, it was a good dominating period.
Isaac, Perth beers, absolutely, mate. That's what we're.
An A in there, bro. There's an A in there, bro.
That's it can't be. It's Perth beers. That's what we're renowned for over here.
That's what they should have called them, Perth beers. When did they actually kick off? Was it next year or 28?
King Brown on the front logo for your shirt.
Is that next year they kick off, or the year after?
I don't know.
I assume it's next year.
Yeah, I don't know. I know when motorsport kicks off, and that's generally.
Yes.
Well, even earlier, isn't it? Wasn't there?
We got Daytona's at the end of this month.
Yeah, but wasn't there a 6 hour? Like a Bahrain.
Easter. Oh,
a Bahrain 6 hour.
I always thought Daytona 24 kicked off the racing season.
I'm pretty sure.
To be honest,
Google's a friend.
Well,
I want to make sure of this.
Raw before the 24 or whatever that is. That
there's that.
That usually kicks off the year of motor racing.
I'm surprised that Isaac hasn't already let us know.
I was going to say, Isaac's falling behind you.
Slow, Isaac, on the chat. Come on, buddy. Lift your game. What am I doing? When was the
first race of the year or something? I don't know.
2026 race.
I'm looking forward to F1 testing. Yeah, we figured that, Isaac. Thanks, mate. He said he's not paying attention.
Just rude.
F1 testing coming up in Feb before the season kicks off proper in March. Looking forward to how these new regs go, actually. It should be pretty interesting.
F1 new regs? Is that where we're going?
I don't know. I was just creating conversation while you were busy on your phone. You
said the new regs, so I'm like, well, we need to be quite specific here of which regulations we're talking about. There's a few new regulations floating around as of yesterday and today. NASCAR gone and changed some win and you're in crap. Supercars have doing some crap with the finals race now.
What, they've changed something? Or is it the same as last year?
No, apparently they're doing tweaks. Told you they would.
Yeah, get rid of it. That's a good tweak to do. Fuck it right off.
Oh, I don't know. Do you know what I like about this? Look at our first caption in the agenda, and look at we didn't even touch on it. We're just doing it straight from the top.
Yep.
Setting the tone for 26.
Yeah, we need to argue more.
So
we've been too nice the last year.
I think that the final series in Supercars generated exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, there's no doubt the racing in general lifted in those final few races.
But it also changed the mentality of a team.
Yes.
All we need to do is get to the grand final.
Pretty much.
That's it.
Like, honestly,
win a race, boom, you're in.
Like,
cool.
You still do want to be leading. Like, Brock, had he not had his engine issues, etc., it still would have been a tough ask for Chaz to win from there. Like, even with the spin that he had, I still think, and he would have raced his way back to the front. He only needed to finish 5th or something like that overall. I can't remember what it was, 4th or 5th.
Well,
and
all he had to
pretty
do
much
is
would have been
finish
because he had enough points.
Finish a spot behind Chaz.
Yeah. But I think he could have finished, even if Chaz won, I think he still could have finished like 5th or something.
Yeah, okay.
And he still would have won the title. So it's not like you're in the final round and like it's a free-for-all. Like it's still whoever's leading the points has a pretty decent advantage over everyone else.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that really play out the way Supercars intended, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It created a talking point.
I think it created an atmosphere too. I think drew record crowds to Adelaide that we hadn't seen at Supercars for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's money in the bank.
Mm-hmm. I need to get rid of the Bend 500 as an enduro, though. That was a bit of a snooze fest.
Sandown,
the Sandown 500 and the Bathurst 1000 was always the perfect pairing.
Your staples. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I love that both of the races are 161 laps each. That was it was just like the way it melded together. Just both races were 161 laps. That was kind of cool.
So I've got a question for you that I need to put out. Put it out to the audience as well. Isaac.
All four of you.
If anybody's listening, guys, and you want to chat or let us know you're here, click on the subscribe button, and then you can open up the chat and you can let us know that you're here. You might be a first-time listener or viewer, and come and have a chat with us. Let us know your thoughts. So let's go back a little bit to the Adelaide Grand Final, right? Where Woody and Feeney came together. Woody went for a gap. It did open. I'm sorry to the Brock. I'm sorry to the Brock people out there that think that it was not on, but the gap opened and Brock didn't cover it early enough. That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. So anyway, let's just say, because WAU and Woody have, denied that it was intentional in terms of taking out Brock. The attempt to pass was intentional. The intent to actually take the challenger out of the race was not intentional, right? Let's go AFL Grand Final, because I think you probably see it more there. In AFL Grand Final, if you've got the most dominating player is your opposition, do you not sacrifice the potential of one of your team members to go and rough that guy up so that he doesn't have a good game for the rest of the game?
As long as it's within the rules, I suppose. Like, you don't want to go and knocking people's heads off, and if you just sort of do what you can to take him out of the game, so just shepherd him, just basically have someone just hang off him the whole game. 100%, it's within the rules.
Oh, you might,
but certainly not.
Might swing your arm or something like that, and when he's going to mark the ball, and
see, I think that where it gets, you got to be careful in that. You don't want it to cross that line. No, like you said, I don't think there's any intent from Woody to do or for Feeney to spin, but like in a ball sport like that, like there is a fairly clear line between like playing the person and just shutting them out of the game, as opposed to.
But if you're going for a mark,
taking them out,
and you see your opposition player that you like, we need to destroy this guy because otherwise he's going to massacre the game. You send 2 or 3 guys at him, right? And you hurt him when he's trying to tackle. You hurt him when he's trying to mark. You chop his arms. You might accidentally take his legs out, kind of thing, right? Like, we've seen that in AFL football. We've seen it. I think when you look at it from that set of eyes, what happened in the grand final at Adelaide was almost exact. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost exactly that. I think Woody played real hard at getting that pass done. Yeah, Brock spun, but the intent wasn't to spin Brock. It was to get in front and make Brock hurt.
Yeah. It's just taking points away from him. Like, even to use an NRL analogy, like Reece Walsh, as a Broncos fan, like, he was constantly targeted by other teams, but that was generally dirty play, like taking him out over the head high, taking him out as he's kicking, shit like that.
Yeah.
That was dirty tactics.
Yeah.
But shutting a player down, which some teams successfully did with Reece Walsh as well, they just cut him out of the game. Like, just shut him down, didn't give him opportunities, that sort of stuff. Yeah, so 100% agree with what you're saying there. Like, you want to reduce the impact that person could potentially have. And by Woody going for that pass, had he made the pass and Feeney didn't spin, I was trying not to blame Feeney for the incident then, but if Feeney didn't spin, that's points taken away from him.
Yeah.
That was points taken away from him. And however the race would have played out at that point, it's less points than that Chaz needs because some points have been taken away from Feeney.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting that conversation came up like that, but yeah. But anyway, I think setting the tone for 2026. That's what we're about. That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What do we want to do? Well, I guess we can backtrack a little, and we had I would classify it as our biggest show in December, our final show for the year. Wasn't a big year. What did we do? 6 or 7 shows, I think it was.
4?
No, we did more than that. We had 2 special.
Oh, yes, I forgot about the special shows.
Yeah.
See.
Gee whiz.
Luckily one of us is paying attention.
Or knows how to count.
Yeah, I can count to 10.
But I
20 if I take my shoes off.
Yeah, Ripper show. I loved having so many different backgrounds, I guess you'd call it, of people. So many different walks of life, different input, opinions. The banter was obviously right up there, as we'd expected. Gosh, I'm trying to bloody
spit it out.
Now I've lost my train of thought. Hang on. So I think that was a really positive show. I think that we will have more of those throughout the year. Maybe like one a quarter or something, and maybe not as big. Maybe just like four guests, and then maybe the last one we do is a 6 or even maybe 8 or something like that. Not including us. We had the owner actually of Lovely Sim Dash, I think it's called Lovely Sim Racing, which does the digital dash readouts and things like that for all the DDU units and stuff, like from Argentina, logging on live and listening.
I remember that. Yeah, that was cool.
I'm on their Discord and share our chat shows with them. So, that was pretty awesome to actually have, and I actually reached out to us Constantinus, I think is how you pronounce his name. But yeah, he does the lovely Sim Dash, which I've used and I know a lot of people use. But yeah, gave a shout out to him and went onto his Discord and thanked him for joining the chat. And he was just wants to see more of them. So hopefully may not tune in live with us tonight, but hopefully he'll go back and watch the show and give us some comments and whatnot. What the Argentine sim world is looking like over there. Maybe we'll organise get him on a show.
The iRace Argentine Chat Show.
iRace
We'll
Argentine.
kick off a spin-off.
iRace worldwide. Maybe that's where we're going, Trent.
Maybe we're officially international now, so you never know.
Yeah,
you never know what'll happen. 26 could be our year.
Could be. Something else pretty big that happened actually over the Christmas New Year. Hit our milestone 50 subscribers.
50 subscribers, now up to 52. So a couple more since then.
A couple more.
Thank you, everyone.
There's a few viewers out there that clearly haven't hit subscribe and they can't chat to us. Maybe you guys should hit subscribe and jump in the chat and give us your comments about our show, how good or bad we are or something. I don't know. Didn't realise
leave the bad part out.
Didn't realise that was so close.
You probably need it to be close to you, probably.
That's a bit better.
So we'll get into some talking about what's coming up, I guess, across sim and real world, both near future and throughout the rest of the year, I guess you could say. So, sim-wise, I'm as prepared as I ever am when it comes to the sim stuff. I'm starting to probably dabble my toes a little bit in the water. In one of the series that you mentioned, it's got the MC Motorsports GT3. I'm thinking of having a crack into that one.
Oh yes, Wednesday night series. Yeah.
I didn't race last week, but
have you signed in though? Signed up for?
I've registered my number, but I haven't signed up. And
what number did you go? What number did you get?
87.
Was that your normal number? Wasn't it?
That was when I moved to Trick. Yeah, I
right.
changed to 87. So I started with 10, then I was running 80, and then 87. So they're my three numbers that I tend to use, 10, 80, and 87. 10 and 80 weren't available, so 87 it was.
Right. Okay. Is that year you were born to? Surely.
No, that's the year my wife was born.
Oh, there you go.
So, yes.
38.
So that's why it is significant, yes.
Karina, same. She's 87.
87.
Yeah. Well, 10 viewers. 10 viewers. Come and jump on the chat. Talk to us. Hit subscribe. And you can come and talk to us and say, "G'day, I'm here."
G'day, I'm here.
Multi-time listener, first time chatter maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So that's one of the series that obviously are kicking off. The MC Motorsports, their season just started. I think you got a bit more information around like the more premium type series, etc.
So I was just going to say, I know that the registrations are open for the Invitational Pro V8s. I think though it's a registration thing that you have to do first, but when gates open for that, man, like they just got flooded. I think it was like 67 registrations within like, maybe 48 hours kind of thing. So that's obviously going to be a big series, and they'll have their GT3 series as well. I'll have to reach out to Mike, but actually, do I have it on here? We might be able to get this information live.
Because the OSR Bathurst 12 hour is obviously also coming up.
Yes,
entries open for that on the 1st of Feb.
Oh, so you're on top of it, mate. Like, look at you,
mate. Right? It's almost like our Discord is a treasure trove of information.
Oh, it's on the Discord. I've gone to the bloody Facebook, haven't I?
On the Discord, bro.
Who would have thought that our channel would have all this information ready?
I know. Someone's obviously done a lot of work over the off season. So registration's open 1st of Feb for the race to occur on the 15th of March. So for anyone interested, those are the details.
Yeah, so we'll keep you guys obviously up to date as much as we can with that. Little bit of, I guess, a little bit of involvement. We got the scoop for it and whatnot, but and Mike obviously being a panel guest and avid viewer and listener, and surprised he's not on here actually, to be honest. But maybe he's a bit busy tonight. But yeah, so all those type of things we will keep, I guess, the community posted on. So what I might do is I'm going to see if something works here, viewers. I'm really hoping this is going to work the way I want it to, but bear with me.
Nothing like live testing.
Bear with me. Oh, that one. Okay. Oh, you don't need to see all that. Let's click on here. That there. You still can't. Oh, that worked. It cut you off a bit, Trent.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Hang on a second. We can fix this.
Damn rookie.
Look at that. The magic of Discord just fella. Now, what was the thing I wanted to do? Was
look at that.
No, I don't want to go there. Yeah. So we need to go there. Then we need to go.
All right. Anyway, while Scott's doing his thing,
yeah.
I'll move into some of the real world stuff, which we've already touched on with the Formula One testing coming up. I think middle of next month. I think that is literally a month away from now. So I believe we're like 11th, 12th, or 10th, 11th, 12th, something like that. I think it's 3 days of testing. And obviously the 8th of March is when the season kicks off proper. We got Supercars first round is the 3rd weekend February. So the 20th, 21st, 22nd. I think that's at Eastern Creek, isn't it? Whatever it's called these days.
Very nice.
They always change bloody track names. So we should start seeing car launches soon too for the Formula One. As we addressed a little bit earlier with the regulation changes, Sydney Motorsport Park, that's the one. Thanks, Isaac. And Isaac will be at the first round of the Supercars as well. So cool.
They'll be getting lots of his photos for all the new. Guess what? For all the new liveries that he needs to do for the 2026 season. He's going to be a very busy man. Extremely busy.
I used to go to the Ipswich Queensland Raceway race up here. I went a few years to that, where you could actually park your car down the back straight. That was kind of cool.
Oh, yes.
So drive in and just park on the back straight.
Yeah. That
was before they put in all the debris fencing and stuff as well. So you could literally stand at the fence, arms on top of the fence, leaning over, watching cars come at you at 260k an hour. Not a care in the world.
Yeah, right.
If a car had a bit of a spill, you sort of got to duck real quick to get behind the fence so you don't get hit with anything. Those were the days, no safety. But old Tony Quinn's done a lot of work at Queensland Raceway now.
He has, hasn't he? He's done a lot.
Updating.
Really good to see.
Well, one of the best things to happen to Queensland Raceway was him taking over that facility.
Yeah.
I would like to see a track extension. I know it was spoken about, but I don't think it's really on the cards. But
every you know what? Every track needs to be extended. Every track, other than Bathurst and Sandown. Let's rephrase that. Maybe every short track needs to be
just the goat track. Just the goat tracks, like
Wanneroo Raceway.
Was it Wanneroo? Yeah.
That could be a first city track, some crap.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Isaac, that QR layout should remain the same. I'd like to see. I've seen proposals where instead of turn one turning right, it goes off to the left and does a bit of a loop around that way to come back and join the track in the same position. That layout actually looked pretty cool, but they're also limited to space around the track with water and whatnot, water features, parking facilities, that sort of stuff. So there's not really a lot of room they can do to improve any sort of layout anyhow. I do love QR because you can literally stand anywhere and see the entire track. That's one thing that's really cool. Can be confusing for the longer races. I can't believe they used to do a 500k race there, but you'd literally just see cars everywhere, and unless you actually know the order of any of the cars and whatnot, you're just watching cars drive.
How would you know who's in front again? Oh,
no idea who's where. It's just the cars will just get evenly spread out across the whole track, and it's just so weird to just watch and just not know anywhere. It's cool.
Blah blah blah. Went for the lead. Yeah, but where is he?
I think that was
where is he though?
I think it was where Chaz got his first race win from memory, and I was there that day.
Right. Is that an
Very
omen
cool.
trend? It's all about you.
Maybe.
So up on the screen with our Discord channel, you can obviously see that there's plenty there of things going on.
So if you haven't done so already, join the Discord.
Yeah, join our Discord. It's in our YouTube description, all the links there. Jump in, have a look. Trent, is this going to lead us to something that we've started?
I don't know. Like what? What are you talking about?
In our Discord.
I don't know. What?
Well, we're talking about what's in our Discord. Is this now leading us to like maybe have a look at something that we've started?
Let's have a look at it.
Rightio. So I'm just going to highlight over here. Oh, where did it go? There it went. The Community Resource Hub. This actually came from one of the suggestions that came out in the panel show of almost like a data, but like I think it was Scott was suggesting about, there's no kind of hub for finding out about drivers and who they are and a bit of their background. And, I understand because Scott does a lot of commentary for leagues and races and, you want to kind of have that information. But I think that's quite a big task to have drivers listed. However, what we can do is we've started a community resource hub. So what's going to be in it? There will be the likes of broadcasters or media outlets. There will be, we want to celebrate and we want to promote other chat shows or podcasts as well. This is not just about us and us becoming better and bigger. If we can help out other shows and whatnot, then we're all for it. It's community driven. Any leagues that constantly, are running leagues, any painters such as Isaac, who wants to show his work off, it's the good thing about the way that we've set it up is it's forum driven. So somebody could go into my view is a little bit different to what they would see. So we'll just click back off there for a sec. It's kind of done it again, hasn't it? That'd be right.
Yeah.
Where am I going? No. Anyways, you get the hint. So, we can just do that. That's better. So anybody can actually go into this. We'll set up sub forums, right? So obviously broadcaster media is one, leagues will be another. You might be race control. You might have a kind of a business or you do race control. So there'll be sub forums in here, and basically it's like you start your own forum thread, and it's about a place that people can come to and find, I need a broadcaster. Jump in the broadcasters area. Jared C. Lee, or Jared has posted up about his simple broadcasting, that he runs. So Jared runs does the MC Motorsport broadcasting service or broadcast of the race. So he'll start his forum post going, this is who I am. This is where you can find out like all my socials. Here's some of my, races that I've previously broadcast, so that people can just do one click, go in, find out about someone and see what their work is like or what they do, etc. And then if they want to have a conversation, they can go and write in there and have a chat. If they want to contact them directly, well, all the information and the links and everything are going to be there. It'll have to be maintained by whoever's starting the post. So if you're starting out as a broadcaster, as an instance, and you haven't done anything, put your business out there. Like, let people know that you're around, that you want to do broadcasting. And if it works out for you, fantastic. If it doesn't, and you step down from broadcasting, that's fine. Just let us know and we can remove the post so it's not, taking up, I guess, the forum room, so to speak. So yeah, that's our plan with the Community Resource Hub. We hope that people will get involved. We'll obviously share a little bit more detail once we've launched more information in here in terms of like the sub forums, and then get out to our viewers and listeners, and hope that the community can get involved in a better way, I guess, like in a one stop. Hey, this is what we've got.
It'd be good to have that centralized information point hub thing, like sort of like what the iRacing forums kind of used to be. Now everything's all just fractured into individual discords everywhere. So it'd be good to have that information in a central area that anyone can access, and it'll just be a good place to share that information.
Sure will. So I hope, I really hope that takes off, and I hope that people get involved, and we'll drive it as much as we can, but it's got to kind of be self-driven as well. So
we need that traction from the community, obviously, for it to kick off. And I think once it starts, it's got good potential to become something very useful for the Australian community.
Yeah, I think, and New Zealand. Don't forget our fellow Kiwi friends over the pond, so to speak.
True.
But I think, like I said, Scott brought this up about the drivers, and you might have one of the sub forums will have his teams, and if in the teams area they want to have a list of their drivers and a little bio or something, then by all means you guys go for it. But I don't want to have individuals listing, just them as an example. That's not really what it's for. And I think the other thing that we want to touch on there is when the whole forum thing kind of happened with iRacing, and people just went into, we don't really use the forum anymore, and we just use social media and Facebook groups and the likes. And I understand that in a point we're also continuing that trend. However, I think that we're doing it in a positive way with what we're trying to open up here. People clearly don't want to jump on the iRacing forums, but if we can, have a one-stop shop instead of like scrolling Facebook or something like that to find out about a league or a team or something like that, then I think that's still a positive step and a good step in the right direction.
Oh, shall we move on?
Oh yeah, sure. Let me let me sort out our screen again though.
Yep.
I literally just had to add that window thing in there. Hang on. Now I've got to do this.
If you don't hit the close button on Discord, you'll disappear.
Yeah, no, we don't. Oh, look at that. We've done that part. Look at us. Look at us go. Look at me go.
Yeah, that's you. That's all you, bro.
I might have to get you to drive one of these sessions one night, Trent.
I'll have to, actually. I used to do broadcasting, so I've got a little bit of experience with streaming and moving screens around and shit like that. So, yeah. That was always a bit of fun.
So I think, probably covering off a little bit. We've only been on air for 39 minutes.
Yeah, no, right.
It feels like longer. So just want to go back to though, like sim racing. like as much as we know about some leagues and stuff coming up, it's not a huge amount of new, I guess, goss or new releases coming forward that we know of. You know, like, you know, there's no Fandangle new car that's like everyone's fully hyped for that we know about.
I think it's because they've been really good. Like, I've obviously been out of the loop, but it seems they've been really good with bringing content quite regularly. So it never used to be where we'd have the same tracks for however long, and then we catch wind of some track that everyone wanted that's coming in 9 months' time, and that's what you spoke about for the year. Basically, just waiting for this one track, because now you've got
7 o'clock on iRacing.
Because now you've got so many different tracks and cars and all that sort of stuff coming. Like, I didn't even know the Miami Formula One street circuit was getting added, but
yeah, that was a bit of a pop up. Actually, sorry,
it's actually not a bad track. I actually enjoy the track too. It's pretty good to race on.
Don't even know.
Well, drive on.
Don't even know.
I did. I went out and bought it. I went and bought Adelaide.
Adelaide, love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Not a fan of Adelaide.
Is it too technical for you going up through the stairs?
I don't know what it is. Like, I just don't like it.
No.
I honestly don't know what it is.
What car did you drive there?
I drove.
AMG.
I tried of course. Also tried the supercar, and I think I spent more time backwards than anything else in that thing. I hate that car.
There's a throttle control, right? You know that right foot. Oh,
No.
It doesn't have traction control.
No, I've got my pedals go on or off. Like that's it. Like,
is that only with the supercar, or is that all cars?
That's all cars, just on off.
You don't even need a pedal. You just hit a button on the steering wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing.
I don't need pedals. No, yeah, so I drove the Merc, and I started to get into a bit of a rhythm, but I don't know what it is. I just can't get into the track. I thought I'd love it. I love that track. I thought I'd love it. It just feels underwhelming, I guess is the word I would use.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you were off of iRacing, off of sim racing for quite a while, right?
Probably a good 2 years, I would say.
So
at least.
What's your last recollection of the Mercedes AMG GT3 back then to when you started racing it again? You jumped in. Like, was it like, oh, that's massively different to what I remember?
I'd probably say yes and no. Obviously, setup changes and whatnot. Like,
yes, it was, but no,
it's the new one. Like I used to, because it's the new
the
AMG one.
Yeah, the Evo.
Yeah,
you would have raced the Evo,
so
wouldn't you?
it's a different. Yeah, it's a different car to what I used to drive. So it is a different car. Having said that, I obviously ran with fairly decent levels of traction control and ABS, I guess you could say.
Like decent levels in terms of on?
As in on.
Like at high levels of...
As in reasonably high levels.
Right.
And I ran, when I did Adelaide, it was using the fixed GT3 series.
Yep. Oh, you got to get used to it, don't you?
So the traction control,
why is that?
and the ABS was a little lower, less interactive, I guess you could say, than I had been previously used to.
Okay.
So it took some time to get used to that. Like, I mean, and like back in the day, you could drive out the pits and just gun it. Like, it was just what you could do. Whereas now you really need to get those tires warmed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really got to give it probably a good 2 laps, I guess, before you can really push.
I think they've gone from one extreme to the other with the whole colder tyre thing. Like
it really caught me out. Like when I was first coming out of the pits, I'm just like, how the fuck did I spin there? Like I wasn't even pushing. Like I literally come out of the pits, I'm already tiptoeing half throttle. And
half throttle.
I spin.
I'm sure it was half throttle. You told me it's on or off, and you can't have half a button.
Yeah, you can, like in between the on-off. while it's coming down, from full throttle to zero, it's at half throttle at some point. So, but yeah, it just it was just it did my head in how slippery it really was for that outlap. It really was.
You're right.
Very,
It
very
is
slippery.
about a 2-day process to getting the optimum kind of temp.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do like a shitload of weaving.
Yeah, which I don't do. I could be wrong.
No.
I was always
do something else, right?
Yeah.
I'm busy holding the button down to accelerate.
Yeah,
I can't go like this.
I was always the person to just come out of the pits and just floor it.
Yeah.
That was just the way I drove. It was just don't need to spend time conditioning the tires and all that sort of shit. Just go out and just race.
So imagine Daytona 24 is coming up. Imagine your 2 outlaps at a cold track at Daytona, like at night time.
Yep. I drove the GT4 Mustang there on the weekend with my son, and just in one of the official practice sessions. And again, just on that outlap, I don't know how many times I hit that wall coming out of pit lane before I finally got onto the track, because I just kept going straight on. It just hit that wall. And then, it did take a good lap or 2 before you could really, really push it. So
yeah,
that was a fun little car to drive. Actually, it moves around a little bit. It's not just stuck to the road. It was actually a really good car to drive.
Yeah. Hey, I've just seen Tyson Broad. Tyson, welcome to the show. Don't think we've had you on the chat before, so thanks very much for joining us. Your comment there about leave Wanneroo Raceway alone. Going out on a limb here. Perth boy, by any chance, let us know.
How about we just leave Wanneroo Raceway altogether?
Hey. Easy, Tiger.
Actually, how many turns does that have? 6? Is it 6 turns it has?
It is. There you go. Perth by myself, Tyson. So
same as Queensland Raceway then. 6 turns. Both have 6 corners.
I think it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
7? Well, it's got one more than QR then.
Because going up through the S's, they kind of include that.
Because I think the bowl is 6. I think turn 6, the one at the bottom of the hill. Yeah, I think that's 6. Yeah. That makes sense.
I think they need to do something in WA though. Oh, there is actually there's a track down in Albany which is progressing quite well. Albany Motorsport Park, I think they call it, or something like that. So they're doing a lot of work down there, which is pretty cool. There was talk of another track kind of south of Perth. I can't for the life of me think of the area. Oakford comes to mind, around that kind of area. It's probably a 20-30 minute drive out of the city, but it's a pretty big rural area. And I believe that there was a private kind of consortium trying to get a track facility out there. Not sure how that's progressing, but heaps of people keep bringing it up rather than doing the Perth Park or whatever the hell it's called. And look, to me, the Perth Park,
build a track
a lot of conjecture around it, right? But at the end of the day, the road is actually getting built not just for motor racing. The additional, sorry, I should rephrase that. The additional road section that is getting added is getting added to a road facility that is already there, right? So it's similar to Adelaide, where in the Adelaide Parklands area, they added additional road section for the Adelaide race to take place.
They did the same at Townsville as well. That's got a purpose-built section, so it uses the streets, and then it goes into a park section where it's purpose-built.
Right. So it's happening in numerous places around the globe, basically. But there's all these people saying, "Oh, don't build a racetrack, don't build a racetrack." It's like, they're not building a racetrack. They're building an entertainment complex that requires road to be put in because there are other sports that will be using the road. Cycling is one of them. Speed skating is another one of them. But it's all the negativity around it is don't make it a racetrack for race cars. It's like, well, they're not. They're making a race facility that a motor racing event will be able to use one weekend in the year is all they're asking.
It's just a scenic drive, that's all.
Like,
that's what Bathurst was, it's just a scenic drive.
A part of me is like, build it because I think it'll be good for the community. I think it'll be good for money coming into the state, showcase our state, those types of things. I think there's a lot of positives, jobs, etc., getting created. But yeah, there's a lot of negativity around it as well. So who knows? I think if Perth did it really good, we've got a they call it Motorplex, which is a drag racing and speedway facility. So it's been tainted as one of the best drag racing and motor and speedway facilities in the globe, like in the world, by people who come over here. We just saw Kyle Larson over the Christmas New Year period in the $100,000 kind of racing that he ended up winning. So drivers like that from world-class NASCAR drivers are over here doing NASCAR speedway events at this facility. Where it is border on one side of one piece of land, on one bit of road, takes you into kind of residential. But the other three areas or sides of it is all industrial land that basically isn't getting touched. And the way that the land slopes and the gradients and stuff like that, you could build a most epic long track, short track, mid track, whatever. I don't know why the state government doesn't invest in doing something there and having this motorsport complex that would do drag racing, dirt bikes, motorcycles, speedway, road racing. Like, you just have this one-off complex that just catered for everything, and you could cross weekend stuff, like in terms of they do like a drag and speedway weekend, and once the drags are finished in the afternoon, you literally walk up, not even an embankment, but you basically walk up your seating arrangement, cross over the top, and literally it would not even be like 10 meters of walking. And on the other side of the hill is the speedway, and you get to go and watch the speedway. Like, what? The transport, you got a train line going down there. They could run free buses which is like 10, 15-minute drive up the road. Buses to and from. Like, I'm dumbfounded by it. I'm dumbfounded why you wouldn't invest in something like that.
Because government doesn't want to spend money, and because
but they are spending money. They're spending $217 million, man.
As popular. It's not seen as popular policy to build that sort of stuff. Sometimes, like we've got Lakeside up here, for instance, which was a popular racetrack back in the 80s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
And it was built fairly rural. It's not really rural, but out of the way. But now all these housing developments are being built close to the track. So now they're all complaining, hey, stop with the noise at the track. Like, well, fuck, mate, you bought a fucking house next to the racetrack. What do you expect is going to happen?
Literally, it's exactly what's happening to Wanneroo.
So now it's literally Lakeside is very limited to what it can run, how often it can run, and the hours and the types of vehicles and stuff that they can do out there. So Lakeside's a fucking scary ass track anyway. If you ask me to drive on, I would not want to drive on that track.
let's put this another way. If that was AFL, like we had to build an AFL oval, like how many people? Well, look at Optus Stadium. Primarily, that was built to house the AFL games, right? Because Subiaco just couldn't house the amount of people that wanted to go to it. And you think everyone was cracking the shits about that happening? No. But it's like motorsport has this enigma around it that, you know, it just attracts hoons and bad people, and, you know, all the Karens in the world come out.
Now is not exactly a great time, I guess, to be spending money. Like, we've got the Olympic Games coming here in 2032. There's been lots of, 2032.
Holy shit, mate. You're talking like 6 years away.
I know. And we're behind schedule already. How good's that?
Oh, that's standard, isn't it? That's standard for any, know, anything like
because that. Because we had a change of government, etc. So the original plan, I think, was to knock down the Gabba and rebuild with a higher seating capacity. I think there was talk of another stadium out at near Sunnybank. For anyone who knows Brisbane area, the old Commonwealth Stadium, the Commonwealth Games Stadium, they were going to rebuild that. And now it looks like they're going to go ahead with one at Victoria Park, which is close to the city. And a lot of residents up here, like, up in arms about what the cost is going to be and all that sort of stuff, and complaining about spending money on this stuff, while obviously we've got some people who are struggling to pay bills and to eat and provide places for their families to live. So there's a big thing about that at the moment up here with spending money on these sorts of things. Like the stadium, I think, was supposed to cost $3.2 billion or something ridiculous like that. Yeah. And we know the way that these things run, there's no way it's going to cost 3.2. It's probably going to get closer to 5, 6, 7, $8 billion by the time it's finished.
Yeah.
And even then, like, the capacity is still only going to be about 60,000 people, which I think if you're going to go to that sort of effort, like, it's not that much bigger than the current stadiums we currently have. Like, Suncorp Stadium for the Broncos holds 52.
Yeah.
The Gabba, I honestly don't know how many that holds. I think it's only about 35, 40, somewhere around there. Yeah, so, and to only go to 60,000, it just seems really low, like, when you got, but I guess places like MCG is just ridiculously large, and it can hold 110,000. Like, how many people does Optus Stadium hold, do you know?
76 or something.
See, and that place is massive too. Like,
yeah,
if you look at it from the outside,
the
it's
way
huge.
that they designed it, though, was literally at the very top level. You literally unbolt the semi roof part. You basically unbolt that and then just go. I think it's like something like they pull out the next that high tier of seats, and they kind of fill in between to then lift up, and then everything goes back on top. So yeah, I think it's like it's quite easy for them to be able to blow out to like 100,000 if they had to.
Yeah,
but there's many a times, man, that stadium has been like literally at capacity.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if we'd struggle to fill a stadium here. Like, I don't think we have use for a third big stadium like that, to be honest. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we'd use it for after the games. Yeah. So
look at us. Look at us. We're talking about bloody stadiums and football and bloody hell. This is meant to be a sim racing chat show and motorsport, and
it's called ANZ iRace ANZ Chat Show and ball related sports.
Oh, thanks, Tyson. We'll get that link updated, mate. Appreciate letting us know.
Yeah, it's good to
Tyson,
know that.
First time in the chat and just like he's in it, mate. That's great. We love it. Love it.
Helping us out. Yeah, so let's get back to a little bit of what we're here for.
Yes, let's do.
I think we sort of touched on the last thing we were really going to be talking about. So
I want some opinions and stuff. So I think sim racing's a little bit difficult. I think we can divulge on this. I think that sim racing this year is going to be your stable guys in terms of those that didn't just come along for like the COVID times and stuff. I think that we'll see the kind of end of that side of the sim in terms of people who joined up because it was COVID and there was nothing else to do. But you know what I mean? So then your staple races are the ones that were here before it, they've been through it, and they'll live on after it. And because of that, I think that the competition in the ANZ community is going to reach some pretty big levels.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with people will leave.
Why not? That's a stupid thing to say. Why would you say something like that?
Because it's not what you think, so I have to be different. No, I don't know. It feels like it's been going strong. I mean, the reason iRacing is able to put out the content that they are is because they have the user base that they do now. Like, obviously, COVID really boosted those numbers when there wasn't anything real happening. Everyone got into the sim racing and whatnot, and it's really paying off for iRacing at the moment with the content that's coming out. They've obviously got large teams to get these things, like to be releasing Adelaide and Miami at the same time. Like, it never happened. Like back in the day, that sort of thing never happened.
And the new Cup car got released as well.
Yeah, so there's so many bits of content that are coming out, and it's because of that user base. I don't think that user base will. I think
I don't know, man.
Any that do leave, I think we'll get new ones in. Like,
I think there'll always be an influx of new ones, but just going back to your comment about they've iRacing have got released this and that and blah blah blah, and they've done it all at once. Do you not think that that's because of a threat of maybe another sim that seems to be getting a lot of people on it?
Potentially.
Like LMU, man, are hitting some very, very big numbers.
I'll have to admit, I know nothing about them, and what they are and what they do. Are they actually up and running, or is
Le Mans Ultimate?
Yeah, never heard.
Man, they've been running driver swap events. They've, I don't think it was a 24-hour, but one of their first ones, I think, was like a 12-hour or something like that to start off with. And they are getting they're getting numbers up there similar to on a weekly level that iRacing would be getting. Yeah. Isaac, you're right. You do raise a point. It's Isaac's mentioned here that LMU feels limited as its exclusive WEC and ELMS. However, when you jump, let's talk about road racing because it's to have an apples for apples. If you want to look at the stats in iRacing of what gets driven the most, guarantee you that they're the same type of cars. GT3 and LMPs would be the most popular road racing cars that are driven on iRacing platform. So while there is more out there you can choose from on iRacing, people don't choose it still. They still are choosing the same type of car that Le Mans Ultimate are offering. So
would you say NASCAR is the biggest?
Yeah, but it's not road racing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, as far as road racing goes, maybe, but iRacing has obviously that oval side, and NASCAR is obviously massive. And I mean, that's basically how iRacing started, was basically NASCAR. Like, it was, that's what it was. And it's evolved into what it is.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, the most popular cars are like what you said, like those GT sports cars, etc. Yep. That's the popular car.
Yep. So, yeah, Isaac's comment isn't incorrect. Don't get me wrong, but you know, you're signing up to LMU because you want to race WEC and ELMS and GT3, etc. They've got a lot of the world tracks that those, you know, that those series race on. The cars are literally like current.
What's their operating?
So it's not subscription.
What would you call it? Yeah, so it like
It's you buy it and it's yours.
And what about content and stuff like that? Like, is that all added?
You buy download packs, which would say it might be, call it $39 or $40 Australian, right? Or even if it's $75, but you get all of the LMDH cars, or you get all the GT3s. You're not just buying, oh, I want that Acura, or I want that, you know, Mercedes, blah, blah, blah. It's, you just get everything.
Yeah, so I think not having a subscription service is probably beneficial in that part. It's probably the one thing that's always been the bugbear of mine with iRacing was the fact that it's a subscription, and you can't just go, here's $100, I'm now a lifetime member or something like that. I don't mind paying for the extra content that comes out, obviously. That needs to happen. You can't just expect shit for free. Especially with the time and money that they put in it, but to have to pay for the service on top of that but then again, you've got people, they do offer a lot of free content, I suppose, so here I am just arguing with myself.
But isn't the content just all old stuff? It's all legacy stuff.
I don't know, like there isn't Winton free? Winton track, I think that's free. I think they've got a lot of decent free shit. I think there's some decent free. I honestly don't know what the free stuff is, but I think there's some semi-decent. Obviously, there's probably more entry-level type vehicles, but
yeah, I guess as well.
That's the model they choose.
If we looked at, say, if iRacing launched today, right? What would their platform look like? Because I reckon it would be vastly different to what it currently is today. I think their platform looks the way it does in terms of like all the options and all the cars and all that kind of stuff, because they've been around now for so long. It's not like you can just go, oh, we're just going to get rid of it and delete it.
Yeah.
Like, people have bought it. You can't get somebody to buy something, then just take it away from them and go, well, you can't have it anymore.
You can, because you're paying for a license rather than the thing itself. So, and that's what they'll say. Like, they can just go, yep, you know what? Getting rid of this. We're not using it anymore.
But isn't that the whole point of them having to keep the legacy?
I guess. So I guess they'll never remove content. Like you said, like they won't remove it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They'll remove support for it, so there'll be no officials and stuff like that, but you can still drive them if you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. They can't just remove them from the server, because then you'd be like, well, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
I want my money back then.
Yeah, exactly,
like, you've taken something that I've paid for and I can't race it now because you've decided to delete it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I should be getting a refund.
Yep.
So they'll always have to maintain legacy.
Yeah.
You know. So, guys, listeners, viewers, if you're out there, hit the subscribe button, jump in the chat, let us know what you think. But yeah, man, I think LMU will go to bigger and better strides this year, and I think that iRacing should probably be watching themselves a little bit.
I'm sure they probably are to some extent. Like, it's going to take a lot to sort of knock them off their perch, I guess you could say, but I'm sure they'll be keeping a loose eye on whatever competition happens to be out there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe what we'll do is get somebody who's quite regular on LMU to join the chat show. Have him as a guest. I think there might be a little, well, I shouldn't say little, but a specific person out there that we might be able to reach out to.
Maybe.
Alex Kay, if they're listening, we'll reach out, mate. It would be good to get you on the show and give us your views of LMU and how it stacks up. I know that he's very, very prominent in LMU and does a lot of content for him. So be quite interesting. Let's talk quickly, I reckon, about real world motorsport and expectations.
Where do we start on that? There's so many real world motorsports. Actually, one thing I think there's a series we've never really spoken about on the show, I don't think, and that's IndyCar. Will Power has finally moved on from Penske. I think he had a pretty unceremonious exit. I think it was pretty dirty the way the team treated him, to be honest. So he's been leaving Penske last year and he's driving for Andretti this year. So
yeah,
I'm keen to see how he goes this year.
I was following him on Instagram, and interesting to see he's out doing some testing and whatnot already. So
yeah, he is. Yeah, I saw that. So I'm keen to see how he goes. So massive Will Power fan. He's a Queensland boy, so grew up not far from where I live in Toowoomba. And he's achieved everything he possibly can achieve basically over there in IndyCar. So, but he's still got a bit to prove, and he's still winning races. He was a top Penske driver last season. So, and they still gave him the arse.
Yeah.
So I think. Having said that, the driver that left was Brian Herder, so I think he's moving to F2, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yes, he is.
So be keen to see him and how he goes in the European circuits. Like, he's definitely a talented driver. I don't know how well he'll do, but having said that, like, watching the reverse happening where the F2 drivers are coming over in the IndyCar, in the main game of IndyCar, they've been pretty competitive. So I'd imagine Herder would probably be pretty competitive over there once he gets his head around the car. So that'll be interesting. So that's pretty much all I really know about IndyCar for this season. Their season is really quick, actually. I think their first round's not far away.
Indy?
Indy. I don't think they're far away.
I guess if they're doing testing,
yeah, their season's really it finishes in September. Their season, so they're off season.
Early finish, but early start.
Yeah. Well, they don't start much earlier than F1, I think. I don't know. What else we got?
I don't know how if I'm looking forward to MotoGP. Actually, I'll rephrase that. I am looking forward to MotoGP to see how the Yamaha V4 goes. But if it's just going to be a Ducati whitewash again, it's like...
That's what I was going to ask. Like, is there any changes coming next year that could potentially mix things up? Like, is there... obviously, the new Yamaha bike is probably one thing you've just mentioned that you'd like to see, hopefully, be competitive and do well.
Be very competitive. Like...
Who's racing Yamaha this year?
Quartararo. I don't know who his teammate is, and Miller, and I don't know who Jack's teammate is either. So,
okay,
yeah,
I'm keen to see how Miller goes. Like, I'd love to see him have a little bit more success in MotoGP.
He's just got to stay upright.
Yeah, it's always been his. He's just got the speed, but doesn't always have that ability to stay on the bike.
No, and I think he needs to learn to play the longer race game. Like, mate, you don't need to be like first or second or third in the opening lap or the 5th lap or the 10th lap, but just don't push yourself so hard at those, because it always seems to be like the first half of the race that he goes down.
I always felt that he come up the ranks too quickly. I felt like he needed to spend a little bit more time down in Moto3, Moto2 before he come up to MotoGP. I felt he hit MotoGP just too quickly. Fabio Alex Rins is the teammate. And I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, Isaac.
Tuprak Rezaglioglu. That'll do.
That's just going
Tuprak.
T-Raz.
Oh, the T-Raz.
T-Raz. T-Raz.
F1.
Yeah, cool.
F1.
F1. The new regs, new aero, active aero, front and rear, new power unit so that the hybrid now makes up roughly 50% of the overall power, as opposed to, I think it was about 20% previously. So, but they're already talking about the potential for clipping a lot on these straights, and they're going to run out of juice to actually hit any decent top speeds. So I think deployment of the electric energy is going to be pretty critical in the races coming this season.
Yeah.
I'm keen to see how the active aero goes, but
how's Red Bull and the Ford engine going to be, do you reckon?
I'm sure there'll be some teething. Like they've been working on it for long enough. I don't think there's going to be an issue. I don't know who's been leading the charge on that. Has it been more Red Bull or is it more Ford? Like, obviously Red Bull took over from Honda, so it's not like they don't know what they're doing when it comes to engines. So
yeah, but Red Bull basically bought all the Honda stuff. So technically, it wasn't Red Bull when you think about it like that.
No, yeah, it's kind of like Jenson Button with the Braun F1 team. Like, really, that wasn't really a Braun team. That was like, were they previously Honda before that, or Toyota, or whoever they were?
Yeah.
Like Honda did all the things, and Braun just happened to buy them when they created a good car.
Yeah.
And that's how that came about. So a similar thing where you can call it a Red Bull powertrain, but yeah, definitely Honda. It was a Honda engine, effectively, or power unit, I guess you need to call it these days. I'd like to see. I don't know how the rules work for deployment of electric power and stuff like that. I like the IndyCar rule of the push to pass button, where you have a limited amount you can use each race. Like, I think it's 200 seconds you get. And you don't need to wait until you're behind a car, and you don't need to wait for this and wait for that. It's just, you've got 200 seconds throughout the race to use it however you want. I'd like to see something like that in F1 for deploying DRS or the electric power, however it is.
Yeah.
I reckon that would be a good way. But I think hopefully the racing's good.
That's all I want. I just want good hard racing.
Yeah, and I felt racing last year was pretty decent. Like, you still had your dominant races where a drivers just fucked off and left people behind. But I think racing, especially in the lower positions,
parts
like
of the
from
field that we didn't get to see because of the broadcaster.
even from third, fourth, back to 10th, like the racing was genuinely pretty good.
What about Williams and Carlos? Smooth operator. I want to see them go strength to strength again.
And I think they will. They had a pretty good season.
Yeah.
Albon sort of dropped off the pace a little bit, which was surprising to see. So I think he's probably done now.
Half an okay driver in a shit team makes somebody look good, right?
Yeah, I think Albon, I think he had his time. I think he's probably, unless he can do something this year, we'll see what happens. But I was a fan of Albon. I thought he was pretty good.
Yeah.
But he was pretty disappointing, especially the second half of the season last year. But yeah, hopefully Williams keeps that momentum going. Audi joining.
Yes.
Yes. So it'll be interesting to see how they go.
Been out testing. Rumoured to be testing.
When did Cadillac join? Is that next year?
This year.
This year?
Cadillac's on the grid this year.
Oh, fucking hell. That come around quick. All right, so Audi and Cadillac.
Isaac.
Isaac.
Help us out. I'm pretty sure they are because
I think you could be right.
Valtteri and Sergio have been.
Oh yeah, they're definitely this year.
Yeah, it's this year. Yeah.
Yes, definitely this year.
Yeah.
I got confused because Audi's not a new team; they're just taking over Sauber.
Yeah. Why couldn't they call it Audi Sauber or Sauber Audi?
Saudi, because of that reason that you just couldn't even say the words.
Saudi
Sauber.
Well, forget it. Just Audi. Yep.
That's why. Just Audi. Yeah, that's probably what happened. That's how the conversation went.
Okay. Before we wrap up, we touched on it a little bit before, but supercars.
Yep.
Who is making the grand final?
Feeney. Hands down. He's winning this year. Feeney will win the driver's title this year.
Even in a Ford Mustang that's got 10 less horsepower.
Because he's in a Ford Mustang. No. Triple Eight are in the Mustang now, so they'll make sure that horsepower discrepancy isn't there anymore.
Right. So they'll go to
actually,
we've got 10 horsepower, not enough.
If
Funny, last year you didn't have that issue.
Yeah, if supercars aren't stupid, all that shit should be sorted before the season starts.
Maybe that's what they should call themselves, stupid cars.
Yeah, stupid cars.
Yeah.
I forgot about Triple Eight moving to Mustangs. And I saw a thing today. There was questions about the SCT logistics entry that will be run by Triple Eight, and people asking questions whether they'll be at the front of the pit lane with the other Triple Eight cars. The answer to that is no.
No. They're sharing
they will be sharing the pit bay with BJR.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was a question that was coming up. I don't know. There's been questions being asked. Apparently, it's just something I saw floating around social media today.
Well, I don't know. I'm going on a predictor and thinking that Brock's going to have a tough year.
I hope not. For his sake.
No. I don't hope it happens. And I gonna kind of go by not his no fault of his own. I don't think that it's going to be because of him. I think there's just going to be one of those seasons where things just don't fall his way.
I'd like to see
for more than just one race.
I'd like to see DJR have a bit more of a consistent season towards the front too, to be honest. And I think with Kostecki driving for them, they have the ability to be at the front.
Sorry, you mean DJR Erebus?
DJR?
Erebus.
Erebus?
Yeah, DJR Erebus. You know how they had Penske or DJR Penske?
Yes.
Isn't it now DJR Erebus?
No. How do you get that?
Well, because DJR just poached all the people from Erebus.
Did they? Like who? They got Kostecki. Who else did they get?
All the engineers, man.
Really?
Literally all the engineers.
Yeah.
Didn't you know that?
No. Sucks to be Erebus, I suppose.
Yeah, all the engineers and everything went as well.
Yeah, right. Okay.
It was like literally like, we can't beat them, so we'll just go buy them.
Yeah, we'll just buy them.
Here you go.
That's what Holden did for years.
Here we go. Far out. Sorry,
yeah,
who bought Lowndes? Who bought Lowndes from
Ford.
Holden?
Yeah, Ford.
Oh, so they started it.
And what team did Lowndes drive for? Triple Eight. And then once Triple Eight were winning,
Gibson.
Not bad. Yeah, it was better motorsport. But after that was Triple Eight.
Right.
And then they were winning in Fords. So what did Holden do? They offered a shit ton of money for them to come across.
Ford said, no, we're not going to support a team that has predominantly red on their car, and dumped funding. And like any team, like Triple Eight have already done this season, gone, well, if you're not going to fund us, we're going to move.
At the end of the day, Triple Eight's a business, so they're going to go where the money is. Like, I don't blame them for switching codes at all. Like when they moved from Ford to...
a bit of your argument before.
No, not really. Not really. Just shit stir. That's what Holden did. Like, honestly, like good teams go where the money is. Like, and that's what Holden did. They bought the rights to have Triple Eight basically run Holdens, and it worked for them for several years. That's one thing. Obviously, I'm a Ford man. Anyone who hasn't figured that out already.
Hmm.
But credit where credit's due. Holden marketing was some of the best car marketing I've ever seen. Like they shit all over Ford in that regard. Ford, in my opinion, had a better product, but Holden sold it better. Ford had like the inline six rather than the V6. It was Australian.
Hang on a minute.
Designed.
Hang on.
Australian designed and built the Fords since 1978. The first Australian designed and built Commodore was the VE in 2006. Everything else was imported. I'm just saying, they had a better produdt.
Well, no, they redesigned a car off a platform.
Yeah.
Is what Holden did.
And it was a shit platform.
Well, couldn't have been that bad. It got exported overseas.
Yeah, it's because GM were a global company. And that's the whole point.
A global company?
The Falcon was designed and built here.
No, that's not the question. It's not the question I asked, Trent. You Ford said Australia, GM is a global, and I asked, is Ford not a global company?
GM acted like a global company. Ford Australia did not. Ford Australia was very isolated in the way that they operated their business.
Sounds pretty silly way to run a business then.
It was, they didn't overextend themselves. At the end of the day, when the global financial crisis occurred in 2007,
both Australian companies needed a buyout from the government.
Ford was the only one that did not take government bailout money.
No, it's not true. Go look it up.
America. I'm talking about America, bro. Out of the big three,
hang on. You can't be like, Australia here, and then be like, but my argument works if now I'm going to use, overseas or not.
I honestly don't know about Ford getting money over here. I never saw it, but I know Holden did. But also, over in America,
I'm going to give you another tip.
GM spent shit tons of money, and they shouldn't have, which is what Ford didn't do in Australia.
Do some research into the inline six Barra, the proper Barra edition engines of Ford's design work around that. Next show you can tell me where it came from.
30 years in the making.
No.
Are you talking about
the Ford leader back in like the XD days and all that, right? Was changed significantly when the BA and all that came out, and more so even when they released the Barra engine, like the Barra version, right?
Barra is just a nickname because it was BA Ford Barra.
No. You need to go do some proper research, man.
Nah.
Yes, you do. Barra did not stand for BA Falcon.
Yeah, BA.
No, it didn't.
Barracuda.
Go look it up. I'm telling you, you need to do some proper research into that. Anyhow,
that Great Six designed, developed, refined over 40 years in Australia. Yep.
No.
Yep.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but you need to go do some digging around on.
I don't remember the name of there was a Ford Australian director. I can't remember his name now.
I'm going to show you links. I'm just going to spam you now.
He was an Australian, grew up in Geelong, and he was actually had plans to export the Ford 6-cylinder engine overseas to use in airport tugs.
Yep.
Because they ran on LPG, and he was going to export them, but then Ford moved him on to a different somewhere, and then they shut them down.
Anyway,
I'm happy to be proven wrong.
No, well, you go do some checking in. If you can't find it, I'll dig it up. I'll give you the tip.
Yeah, I've looked. I can't find it.
Fuck off. Anyway, we got to call it a show. Good show.
Yes.
Great chat. Some of my friends have messaged me and just said, what a fucking waste of 60 minutes. Thanks a lot, man. Mitch, that's a shout out to you wanker.
So the other 30 minutes was all right then?
Yeah,
it was only 30 minutes. That was a waste.
Maybe just turned off after that. I don't know.
Maybe it was the 30 minutes I was talking. He's talking about the 60 minutes you were talking.
Maybe. When's our next show? 2 weeks.
2 weeks, my friend.
What's that date? That's going to be
That's the
holy shit, that's a
27th.
long weekend.
Yep, day after Australia Day.
Yeah, we might be a bit. No, we'll be fine. Don't know if there's going to be much to talk about again, but we'll see.
Daytona. When's that? Was that weekend?
Daytona's this weekend for the iRacing event, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know when the real one is.
Then I think the real one is the weekend following.
Yeah, because it's usually like the last or second last weekend of January, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Well, the real Bathurst 12-hour is the weekend of the 13th to the 15th.
Yes.
So
and Supercars starts the week after that.
Yeah. So I can't. Yeah. I think we're in the ballpark of maybe like a week.
Yeah. I think we were pretty close.
Yeah. Do you know what? 80% is good enough. 80% is good enough. Anyway,
you know what?
I'm going to start some music. Thanks for everyone tuning in. And hopefully you tune in. Leave some comments in the chat. Share the show. Give us a like.
I guess
subscribe.
It's utopian in endurance racing.
Next show. A couple of weeks' time. Take care. Be good. Perkins Engineering. Thanks for the hat. Send us a shirt or two if you want. Love you, week. Thanks all.
See you next week.
Most people have experienced in all their life.
3 days a year, mayhem strikes the peaceful principality of Monaco. At 200 and 300 kilometers an hour, the mechanical monsters of Formula One thunder through the avenues, boulevards, slopes and tunnels of the town, within reach of a fascinated crowd, but once diverted from the banks, hotels, yachts and casinos by the heavy perfume of motor oil, gasoline, and scorched rubber. Monaco is the last of a survivor, a tradition, a unique acceptance.
Racing is important as well. Racing is life. It happens before or after. Just waiting.
Here we go. It's all up to you now. Keep your calm, stay focused, and have a great race.